This is Retro Sports Radio. Visit RetroSeasons.com for more sports history.
St. Louis Cardinals visited the New York Mets at Shea Stadium for a Sunday doubleheader on August 22, 1965. The Cardinals were struggling to defend their World Series title from 1964 under new manager Red Schoendienst. They entered this game deep within the NL West, in 7th place, 12 games behind the league-leading Dodgers. The Mets, of course, were even worse, 34 games back and in last place for the 4th straight season. They were managed by Wes Westrum, who took over mid-season after the departure of Casey Stengel. This audio recording is from Game 2 of the doubleheader, featuring New York announcers Ralph Kiner, Bob Murphy, and Lindsey Nelson.
Well, once again, hi there, everyone. This is Ralph Kiner along with Bob Murphy and Lindsey Nelson from Shea Stadium. The Mets have just come from behind to win the first game 7-5. There's a light drizzle falling here at Shea Stadium, but the ball game is going to commence right away. It's going to be Ray Washburn, a right-hander pitching for the St. Louis Cardinals, and pitching against him rookie Tug McGraw. So the starting pitchers finishing their warm-up pitches, and right now here's the very sad French-Canadian song about a fellow who lost the key of his clarinet. Listen.
J'ai perdu le dos de ma clarinette is a song with the kind of humor French-Canadians love. But one song leads to another, and the thirst that follows is no laughing matter. Grand Humpty Coo is what they'll sing as they reach for a beer. Probably Rheingold extra dry. In fact, in New York City, where there are more different kinds of people than in any other city in the world, more people drink Rheingold than any other beer. Why do French Canadians like Rheingold? We don't know, but we must be doing something right.
Mets have taken the field, and here are the starting lineup. For the Mets, Ron Hunt leading off and playing second base. Roy McMillan at shortstop, batting second. Chuck Giller at third base, batting third. Charlie Smith was injured in the first ball game, and he has been taken out of the doubleheader. Batting fourth, Johnny Lewis in center field. Ron Svoboda batting fifth in left field. Ed Greenpool at first base, batting sixth. Joe Christopher in right field, batting seventh. The catcher, Chris Cannizzaro, batting eighth. And Doug McGraw, the pitcher, batting ninth. For the Cardinals, Lou Brock will lead off and play left field. Dick Grote at shortstop, batting second. Kurt Flood in center field, batting third. Ken Boyer at third base in the cleanup position. Bill White at first base, batting fifth. Bill Gagliano playing second base and batting sixth. Tim McCarver, the catcher, batting seventh. Mike Shannon in right field, batting eighth. And Ray Washburn, the pitcher, batting ninth. The Mets are winning the first game 7-5 with a 5-run rally in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Now have taken the lead in the series, a 4-game series, by a 2-1 margin, and this is the final game and final meeting between the Cardinals and Mets here at Shea Stadium. Mets in winning the 38th ball game, they have lost 35. The St. Louis Cardinals now have a record of 60 and 64. The first man up, Lou Brock, steps from the batter's box. Lou Brock, a left-hand batter, hitting at 285. And the first pitch from the left-hander, Tug McGraw, is high at ball one. McGraw starting off with a high fastball. For Tug McGraw, this is his 30th appearance. He has an 0-2 record. He has pitched 42 and 1/3 innings. This is his second start. He comes back with a curve that's now low, and it's 2 balls, no strikes. No strikes from Lou Brock. Lou with 11 home runs and 51 runs batted in so far this year. 50 stolen bases. And the left-hand batter gets a curveball again. This one's in the strike zone, a called strike. Brock Brock in the first ball game had a very important double, a bad hop double that gave the Cardinals a chance to take the lead 3-2. Pitch back to him is low, and it's ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. The Cardinals added 2 more runs after the 3 scored in the 7th to make it a 5-2 ball game, but the Mets came back in the bottom half of the 8th to score 5 and win it 7-5. Only base hit for Brock in the ball game, the double, so he was 1 for 5 in the first game. He is 5 for 15 in the series. And the 3-1 pitch is inside and high, ball 4. Brock gets first base free. So the Cardinals right off have their top base runner on at first base with no one out and Dick Gross coming up. Dick had 3 hits in the first game. 3 for 5. 5 for 13 in the series, and his average up to 262. No home runs and 42 runs batted in. Now looking at first, and the first pitch is in, a fastball, and on the pitch he had Brock going back to first. McGraw taking the signs from Chris Cannizzaro. The Mets have Eddie Craneville at first base, Ron Hunt at second base, Roy McMillan at shortstop, and Chuck Hiller at third. Outfielder Ron Swoboda, Johnny Lewis, and Joe Christopher left to right. And a throw to first base, and Brock back easily. A throw almost getting away from Craneville. Taking time to wipe the perspiration off. And Cannizzaro down with a new set of signs. Dick Gross, deep in the batter's box. 1 strikeout. The pitch back to the plate is hit foul off to the right side. Strike 2. Game today, Lee Wire behind the plate, John Kipper at first base, Frank Decory at second base, and Ken Burkhardt at third. Umpires in their respective positions. 2 strike count, and Dick Gross 0-1 out. It's the start of the second ball game. Lou Brock edging off at first base. McGraw looking there and coming to the plate, and the pitch is a curve inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. High curve ball moving, thrown away from the plate. Just a very light drizzle falling here at Shea Stadium. 1 ball, 2 strikes. McGraw working slowly now, stepping on top of the pitching rubber. Brock edging off at first. And the next pitch is a curveball that's in there, strike 3. High curveball, and Brock holding at first base as Dick Gross argues strongly with Lee Wire. Gross saying the pitch was too high, and it's a vehement argument. And now Red Schoendienst and Joe Schultz coming down to take Gross away and keep him in the ballgame. Lee Wire following, thrown away and saying something right back to him. Red Schoendienst taking Gross away. He wants to keep him in the ballgame. So Johnny goes back to the third base coaching box. And the batter now coming up is Kurt Flood. A walk and a strikeout so far in the game for Tug McGraw. He takes on Kurt Flood, who's batting .295, a right-hand batter. And the first pitch is popped high in the air. Ron Hunt going out in the shallow right field, backpedaling. Behind him is Joe Christopher, but Ron makes the call and makes the catch. Going back to first base is Lou Brock, and the Mets have their second out here in the top of the first. Now the batter will be the third baseman, Ken Boyle. ball game was 0 for 2. He had 2 walks to go along. The right-hand batter hitting at 264. And with 11 home runs and 63 runs batted in. Got his 11th home run in this series. Now Brock at first base. And the pitch is top high in the air. The catcher, Chris Canadero, in foul territory. Back of home plate, waiting, and he makes the catch, and that retires the side. So Tug McGraw goes through the first inning, giving up no runs, no hits. There were no errors. A walk and a man left on, and the score at the end of 1/2 inning. The Cardinals nothing, the New York Mets coming up. And right now, a word from Cool Silver King.
Up neat glasses. You could see it was a ball. And your cigarette made something. There's no taste to it at all. It's time you change to Cool. Your cigarette's not tasting cool enough till you come up to Cool. With rich tobacco, cool white filter, extra coolness to discover, extra coolness in your smoke. Let Cool come through for you. Discover the extra coolness, the refreshing taste of Cool. You'll be smoking Cool all the time once you come up to Cool. Come all the way up to Cool and taste the most refreshing coolness you can get in any cigarette. Smoke Cool, Silver King.
It's the bottom half of the first. The drizzle continues here at Shea Stadium. Cardinals out on the top of the first with no runs. Now the Mets going to try against Ray Washburn. Washburn making his 24th appearance. He has a record of 8 wins and 9 losses. This is his 14th start. Strong right-hander who's been bothered by arm trouble throughout his career. Ron Hunt getting a cheer as he's introduced to the fans. Ron had a big first game, a 3 for 5 game. He is now 4 for 12 in the series, and that has raised his average up to 231. And Washburn, a right-hander with his first pitch, the fastball in for a called strike. The catcher, Jim McCarver, sending the signs out to the mound. Washburn taking a long reading. Now on the mound, into the windup, and his one strike delivery is hit hard in the hole, going over 6. Throws the backhand, and the long throw to first base is wide. So Ron Hunt halfway down to first, and it's going to be a base hit. So Ron getting his 4th hit in this doubleheader that brings up Roy McMillan. That is the first hit of the game. Stepping in. Roy batting .243 in the first ball game. He had 2 sacrifices, drove in a run, fought out to right field. 1 for 2. 2 for 10 in the series. And now Washburn in the set position. A look at first. His first pitch is a pitch out. Ron was not going. Roy McMillan had moved out to get in sacrifice bunting position. 1 ball, no strike. One ball, no strike. No score of the game. The Mets batting with no one out in the bottom half of the first. Mets winning the first game 7-5. Now a bunt towards first base. Bill White picks it up, looks at second, goes over to first base instead. But Bill Gagliano covers there. So Roy McMillan with his 3rd sacrifice bunt of the doubleheader, moving Roy McMillan down to second. And that brings up Chuck Hiller. Chuck is playing at third base in place of Charlie Smith, who was hit by a pitch ball in the first ball game. He was hit right above the left elbow. He is being taken now to the hospital for x-rays. He's in quite a bit of pain, but they do not figure that there is a possibility of a broken bone, although they're taking precautionary measures to make sure. Chuck Hiller, a left-hand batter. Chuck batting .249, and he takes the pitch inside for ball one. Chuck was in the first game as a pinch hitter and struck out. He batted later on and also struck out, so he is 0 for 2. Strike. Washburn back, and the pitch is fouled off out of play, and the count at 1-1. Rain is coming down here at Shea Stadium, a very steady drizzle. Umbrellas spread out throughout the stand. It almost looks like a football crowd. The Dodgers scored a run for Sandy Koufax in the top of the first, batting against Juan Marichal, and now the Giants will try their turn in the bottom half of the first. Dodgers in here for 4 night games starting tomorrow night. The Giants right after that for Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday day games. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rod Hunt at second base. And the next pitch to Chuck Hiller is hit to right field, right center field. Calling for it is Mike Shannon. And he makes the catch. Ron Hunt halfway down has to hustle back to second base. Throw into second base right on the line, and Shannon threw into Bill Gagliardo covering there. So with 2 away, the batter will be Johnny Lewis. Johnny with a base hit in the 8th inning, a big one to start a rally for the Mets when they scored their 5 to win. He was 1 for 4 in the first game, and that base hit his first hit in this series. Left-hand batter hitting at .247. He takes the curve way inside. A good play on it by McCarver. It's ball 1. 1 ball, no strike. Giants are out in the bottom half of the first, so the Dodgers lead 1-0 after 1. Koufax against Juan Marichal. 1-0 pitch to Lewis, a high curve, and it's outside 2, so it's ball 2. 2 balls, no strike. No score. The Mets with a runner at second base with 2 out in the bottom half of the first. Sets again, and it's pitched back to Lewis. It's taken a fastball at the knees on the inside corner, and Tim McCarver dropped the ball. He had some trouble catching it. Could have been crossed up. Ray Washburn, 27 years of age, 6'2", 200 pounds. Born in Pasco, Washington. Resides in Burbank, Washington. Signed for about $60,000. Last year he was 3-4 with the Cardinals, bothered by arm trouble. He also pitched in the minors at Jacksonville. He was 1-0 in 2 games. First year pro ball was 1960. Now he sets again, and his 2-1 delivery is taken low, and it's ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. 1963, Washburn got off to a 5-0 start, and he led the league in everything. Then came up with a slow run. Later on that year, he sent the Celtics to try and work it out. He's been bothered ever since. 3 balls, 1 strike on Johnny Lewis. Ron Swoboda on deck, and a swing at a curveball, strike 2. Curveball in tight. Lewis right over the top. 2 men out. We're in the bottom half of the first. That's with the base runner at second base, no score. At the end of the first half of the NFL exhibition game, Giants 7, the Steelers 7. Now time call as McCarver trots out to the pitching mound. base runner into first on a walk to Lou Brock, but he was left at first base and Dick Rhodes struck out. Kurt Flood popped to second, and Ken Boyer popped to the catcher, Chris Canizero. Dick Stewart has hit a home run in the 8th inning for the Philadelphia Phillies to put them in front by a score of 6-5. Jim Money still pitching for Philadelphia. He was the starter. Roger Craig pitching for Cincinnati with a home run coming off of Roger Craig. Phillies leading 6-5 over Cincinnati as they bat in the bottom half of the 8th. Now time is in, and it's 3-2. The pitch low and inside, ball 4. That puts Johnny Lewis at first base, along with Ron Hunt, who is at second base, and brings up Ron Swoboda. Ron had 2 hits and 3 times up in the first ball game. His first hit in the first inning drove in the first net run. And the first pitch to the right-hand batter is a breaking pitch away, and it's ball 1. Ron batting .232 with his 2 for 3 in the first ball game. He has 18 home runs. That beats the club, and he has 42 runs batted in. 2 for 5 in the series against the Cardinals. His 1-0 pitch is hit foul over the top of the screen. Down at 1 ball and 1 strike. Second base. Johnny Lewis at first. 2 men away in the bottom half of the first, no score. And the next pitch, a fastball over the outside corner. Strike 2. Ray Washburn is very sneaky fast. He sort of pushes the ball at the plate. Also has a very good slider and good enough curve. His arm, the main problem. After he worked for about 3 days. Now it's 1-2. Curveball sweeping outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cardinals bothered by lack of frontline pitching. It has really shown up in their record. They are 60-64. 4 games under 500. 18-19 since the All-Star break. Now a pitch slider outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. That'll give Hunt and Johnny Lewis a chance to start out on the bases. Rizzo slacking off a little bit, Shea. The runners go, and the pitch to run is bounced to the middle. Base hit. Coming around the second base is Ron Hunt. Going to third base is Johnny Lewis and Ron Swoboda with his 3rd hit of the doubleheader. The second run batted into the doubleheader. The Mets lead 1-0. Ron with 2 two-out base hits in this doubleheader. That one coming on a 3-2 pitch that brings up Eddie Greenball. Left-hand batter, slider inside, ball 1. Ed had a big hit in that 5-run 8th inning. Runners at first and third. Rainbow lined a single into right center field. That drove in Johnny Lewis. Get the rally going. He takes a fastball ball on the outside corner. It's strike one. Fastball moving away from the left-hand batter. 1 ball, 1 strike. Washburn back again, and the curveball line to the right field. Johnny Lewis is scoring from third. Going to third against Mike Pennant is Ron Swoboda, and he makes it standing up. Great ball that Ron Swoboda driving in two here in the bottom half of the first. The Mets lead 2-0, and Joe Christopher coming up. And right now we pause for station identification. This is the New York Mets Baseball Network.
Here you can hear all the games of the New York Mets. For baseball, for the best in music, for comprehensive, reliable news reporting, stay tuned to WGY Schenectady.
Ralph Steiner along with Vincent Nelson, Bob Murphy from Shea Stadium. Mets in front 2-0. Runners at first and third. 2 men away, and the batter is Joe Christopher. We're in the bottom half of the first. Joe Christopher also with a big hit in the 8th inning when the Mets scored 5 in the first game. 1 for 4 in the game. And he takes high at ball 1. Joe batting 239. Action now starting up in the bullpen for the St. Louis Cardinals. Bob Perky getting his jacket off. And the next pitch back to Christopher, called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's not Perky out of the box. It's Saturday afternoon's win. Runners at first and third. Ron Swoboda at third base. And Greenpool at first. Washburn in the set position. It's 1-1 delivery. It's swung on and missed. Strike 2. Foul tip indicated by Lee Wire, the umpire behind home plate. Rizzo has almost a bat in his day. Sky is somber, ominous color. Washburn's taking off the first set of signs, and now Christopher backing out of the batter's box. Now Washburn sets. And it's 1-2 delivery with a runner going. Right back to the radio booth and down below. So again, it's 1-2 with Greenpool running on the pitch. Again. This time the runner does not go. The ball is out to right field. Deep to right. Going back at Shannon. He makes the catch to the warning track for the out. That returns the side, but the Mets in the inning scored 2 runs on 3 hits. There were no errors, 1 walk, and 2 men left. And the score at the end of 1, the Mets 2, the Cardinals nothing. On checking the Dodgers-Giants score, we find that the Dodgers have added 1 more run at the top of the second inning. They now lead by a score of 2-0. Sandy Koufax against Juan Marichal. Koufax will be probably due to pitch on Thursday. Dodgers coming in from a 4-night game starting Monday night, going through Tuesday and Wednesday night, and then finishing up on Thursday. Juan Marichal could be going against the Mets on Friday night when the Mets play the Giants, a 3-game series, a Friday night and Saturday night exhibition, and then on Sunday a single-day game. After that, Houston for 5 games, starting with the Twilighter on Tuesday, a Twilighter on Wednesday, and ending up with a day game on Thursday. Other games in the National League. Philadelphia defeated Cincinnati 6-5 in a single game today. The losing pitcher Roger Craig on a home run by Dick Stewart. The 8th inning was 0-on. The winning pitcher was Jim Bunning. He hung on to pick up his 16th win. He has lost 7. He had help from Wagner in the 9th inning. In the 7 1/2 innings, the tie score, Milwaukee 3, Pittsburgh 3. Tony Coniger against John Swall now. Bob Field, the starting pitcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Chicago defeated Houston 3-1. The winning pitcher was Billy Hepp. His record now 2-1. The losing pitcher was Dick Farrell. He is now 8-9. Sano and Williams had home runs for that ball game. It's the top of the second now. The first man up for the St. Louis Cardinals will be Bill White. On the mound for the Mets, Tug McGraw. Tug worked through the first inning, giving up a walk, striking out one, allowing no hits to runs. And his first pitch is inside to Bill White. He moves away, it's ball 1. Bill 1 for 4 in the first game of the doubleheader, 2 for 10 in the series. He had a long home run to right field for his one base hit. Bill now with 19 and 56 RBIs. He's batting .278. And the 1-0 pitch, way foul. Line shot, way foul down the right field side. Pirates have added a run in the bottom half of the 8th. They now lead Milwaukee 4-3 as Milwaukee comes up in the top of the 9th. Next pitch back to White to tie it. It's ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Yankees in Baltimore were rained out of a doubleheader. At the end of 2 and the first of 2, Chicago nothing, Kansas City nothing. Holman against Talbot. The 2-1 pitch to Bill White is hit off the handle in foul territory. Chuck Killer going over. He has a chance for it. Not quite. As the ball just goes into the stands. So it will go as a strike in the count of 2-2. The end of 8 1/2 innings. Washington 5, Cleveland 5. Bell now pitching for the Indians. Ronnie Klein going for the Senators. McDowell and Ortega were the starting pitchers in that one. Detroit defeated Boston 2-1 in a game that was called because of rain at the end of 5. Joe Farmer was the winning pitcher. Losing pitcher was Dennis Bennett. 2 runs for Detroit, coming on the 2-run home run by Don Demeter in the second. Minnesota and Los Angeles. The starting pitcher is just now in. Jim Cott pitching for the Twins against Dean Kent. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tug McGraw back again, and the curveball is inside and high for ball 3. Bud making his second major league start. He has a record of no wins and 2 losses. He has appeared in 32 ball games so far. 30 of them as a relief pitcher. And the next pitch is line foul again. Way foul. Bill White gets out in front. Again at 3-2, and a curveball over the top of White's head as he ducks away, and it's ball 4. So the Cardinals have their second base runner on the second walk issued by McGraw. It brings up the second baseman, Bill Gagliano. Gagliano is outside for ball 1. One ball, no strike. Gagliano, a right-hand batter, and he takes high for ball 2. Gagliano was a pinch hitter in the first ball game. Batting against Dave Eilers, who made his first appearance for the Mets, and he picked up a save in that appearance. Coming in the ball game in the 9th inning to save the game for the winning pitcher, Gordon Richardson. Mets won at 7-5. Gagliano batting at .260 with 7 home runs and 44 runs batted in. no strike count. That's leading 2-0, but the Cardinals with the runner at first base and no one out at the top of the second. And the next pitch is in for a called strike. Tug McGraw, left-hand pitcher with the sign. His next delivery is foul out of play. A fastball fouled off. The count now at 2-2. Pitch, taken inside for ball 3. So, for the second time in this inning, 3-2 on a batter. And Bill White, a fast man at first base. Doug's first major league appearance was on April 18th. Coming in with the bases loaded, and he struck out Orlando Cepeda. Bill White at first base. He does not go, and the pitch is popped up in the infield. First baseman Eddie Craneswell coming down. The wind drifting the ball in foul territory, and Ed making the catch. Say, sometimes it's hard to believe that so many different kinds of people can agree on one thing. They have, though. They made Rheingold Extra Dry, New York City's largest selling beer. Tim McCarver, the catcher. Carver, left-hand batter, hitting .283. And the first pitch is taken high. A throw to first base, the White back before the tag. Fairly close play. Today. That was in the first ball game. 2 for 11 in the series. One ball, no strike. One away, top of the second. A throw to first base with no tag made by Craneswell. Mets leading 2-0. Mets scoring 2 in the bottom half of the first. Next pitch to McCarver, popped up on the third base side, foul territory. Chuck Miller back of the bag to make the play. Bill White holding at first base, the Mets have their second out. Now the batter will be the right fielder, Mike Shannon. Shannon with an average of 205, 3 home runs, and 19 runs batted in. Put away now here today. The rain has stopped. Just a heavy drizzle at the beginning of the game. First pitch to Jackson, the changeup dropping in, strike 1. Jeff Peterson for the San Francisco Giants did a home run off Sandy Koufax, so that game now is 2-1 in favor of the Dodgers, with the Giants batting in the bottom half of the second. On Bearsdog gets Koufax. And that's all they scored. It is now 2-1 at the end of 2. Next pitch, a curveball in to Shannon, strike 2. Tomorrow it's going to be John Drysdale against Larry Miller tomorrow night. The 2-strike delivery, fastball line to left, a base hit. Bill White going to second base. And now after starting over to third base after the ball was bobbled by Ron Svoboda. Mike Shannon almost ran too far down towards second base. Bill White changed his mind twice. Ron Svoboda went over to pick it up and bobbled it, but it stayed right in front of him. Bill White then stopped. But then he bobbled it again, and Bill White started to go again. But then when Ron picked it up, it was too late, and Bill had to go back to second. I standing behind him had moved about 3/4 of the way down to second base and had to hustle back to first. So that's the first hit for the St. Louis Cardinals off left-hander Tug McGraw, and it brings up the pitcher Ray Washburn. Ray, a right-hand batter, batting 179. And he takes a fastball high, ball one. One ball, no strikes. Delivery is taken on the outside corner fastball. It's 1-1. Well, the New York Giants have bounced back after losing a battle to Green Bay, defeating Pittsburgh by a 16-7 score. Giants defeating Pittsburgh 16-7. Pitch is swung on a miss at strike two. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tug McGraw pitching to Ray Washburn, and his next pitch is hit a ball looked at strike 3. So McGraw leaves 2 on as he holds the Cardinals to no runs on 1 hit and a walk. The score at the end of 1.5, the Mets 2, the Cardinals nothing. It's hard to imagine New York City without every kind of jazz from Dixieland to progressive. Fortunately, you don't have to. Listen.
That's Backstreet Rag, a uniquely American sound. It came up the Mississippi out of New Orleans with the Negro jazzmen who played it to the world. But they didn't stop with Dixieland and the blues. Little David's Hue by John Lewis is a new sound that's part of a new generation. But whether it's the old jazz or the new, it's thirsty work for the musicians. And when they put down their instruments, they'll pick up a cold beer, often Rheingold extra dry. In fact, in New York City, where there are more kinds of jazz than in any other city in the world, more people drink Rheingold than any other beer. Why do so many people like Rheingold? We don't know, but we must be doing something right.
Bottom half of the second inning, the Mets coming up against Ray Washburn. They lead 2-0. First man up will be Chris Canizero, the 8th batter. He'll be followed by the pitcher, Tug McGraw, and then the top of the batting order, the batter, Ron Hunt. Washburn has given up 2 runs, allowed 3 hits. He has not struck out a batter, and he has walked 1. Canizero, a right-hand batter, and a right-hand pitcher with his first pitch, a big ball hit down to short, taken by Dick Brody. He's leaning over to first base for an out. 1 pitch and 1 away for Ray Washburn. I'll bring up Tug McGraw. Tug has been up 3 times in his major league career. Had 1 base hit. Batting 333. Canizero before Brownie out, batting 176. 1 out in the bottom half of the second. The Mets in front 2-0. They won the first game 7-5. And the first pitch to McGraw, who bats on the right-hand side, is swung on a miss, strike 1. Delivery, a swing and a slider for strike 2. McGraw laughing as he turns around to tied up their ball game with the Pirates, scoring a run in the top of the ninth. It is now 4-4 with Pittsburgh batting in the bottom half of the ninth inning. Tony Cloninger pitching for Milwaukee. Don Schwab for Pittsburgh. A curveball back is outside, and they count 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 to Tug McGraw, wearing number 45. And the next pitch is slider outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Washburn's uniform is soaked with perspiration. And it's 2-2 delivery. Fastball, slice foul. Coming down the stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Latest information on the Gemini 5 flight. The astronauts started the 20th orbit at 4:15, and they are to go at least 13 more. It is clear that space officials are shooting for a full 8 days voyage. They'll decide tomorrow. Neither Cooper nor Conrad has had much sleep or food, but both are in good condition and drinking plenty of water. Now again a foul ball, so the count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The bulky electrical system is generating at near capacity. No one seems certain of the exact reason for the improvement. But glad to hear it's a big improvement. They might go all the way. Two balls, 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. And McGraw, as he runs away at the plate, stands his right foot down in anger. Dodgers out in the top of the third. They lead 2-1 with the Giants coming up in the bottom half. Sandy Koufax against Juan Marichal. Crossed up completely on the pitch. He was looking for the curve. Lee Wire, a big fellow to hit. He stands about 6'6". Ball is fouled off the bat as Ron Hunt he tried to get out of the way, so the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. And the next pitch, slider outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Bounced towards first base, so wide over to run it off, and the throw over to first base, and the pitcher's covering is perfect for the out. Every side is a stride. A good play by Bill White. 1-2-3 against the Mets, and the score at the end of 2. The Mets 2, the St. Louis Cardinals nothing. Well, the Mets have announced today that they have to get yours again by sending in 50 cents to the Shea Stadium, to that yearbook Shea Stadium, Flushing, New York. Moving down to the top of the third. First man up will be Lou Brock, the leadoff batter for the St. Louis Cardinals. Lou became the first base runner this ball game when he walked his first time up. He was left at first base as McGraw got 3 in a row. He also walked his first batter in the second, but left 2 as he gave up a hit. First pitch spins Brock right around. It's ball 1. Fastball inside. Brock batting .285. San Francisco Dodger game has been delayed right now. Time has been called because of an argument. Now a bunt attempt, the ball in the air, and Cranesville takes it out and back of first base. Brock punting the ball in the air and hard. One away as Cranesville makes the grab in the air. And now the batter will be Dick Gross. Dick struck out, or was called out his first time up, and he argued profusely and vehemently against the call, but lost an assist Red Schoendienst and Joe Schultz to get him away to keep him in the ball game. pitch to get a curveball low for ball one. Well, the Milwaukee Braves and the Pittsburgh Pirates are going to go into extra innings. It's a 4-4 ball game. W. Odell has been brought in. Don Squall has stayed in the ball game after relieving in the eighth. Next pitch is low to go. It's ball two. 2 balls, no strikes. And now McGraw back it in for a called strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Goes batting 262. Pitch it hard down the short. It's off of the knee. Roy McMillan bouncing out in the center field. Ron Hunt hustles out to pick it up, and it's going to be a base hit. A hard smash, and Dick Rhodes gets a base hit on it. All off of the knee of Roy McMillan. Roy was in front of it, but there was sort of a vicious half hop, and he never could get the glove on it. That is the second hit off Tug McGraw that brings up Kurt Flood. Saw one pitch his first time up and popped the second. His average is 295. That's in front 2-0. With 1 out at the top of the third. And the first pitch again is popped up. This time on the third base side in foul territory. Got Giller there, and he makes the catch. That is the second out for Tug McGraw. He'll now contend with the cleanup batter, Ken Boyer. Ken also saw only one pitch his first time up, and he fouled out to the catcher, Chris Canizero. Boyer stepping in, batting 264. 11 home runs and 63 runs batted in. That's 2-run 3 hits. The Cardinals no runs and 2 hits. 2 men out, top of the third. Grown at first base, a look there by McGraw, and the pitch to the plate. It's inside, ball 1. One ball and no strike. Well, the crowd here today, a good one in spite of the factor of threatening weather and the weather report. 23,122. Change of pace and it's low for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. 23,122 paid here today. That's now drawn 1,297,254. And with this next week coming up, 6 consecutive night games with the Dodgers and the Giants. 4 with the Dodgers, 2 with the Giants. And then the day game after with the Giants. That should run it up there into high figures. Next pitch back to plate is inside, ball 3. A fastball missing to Ken Boyer. Should be about another 250,000 people coming in, so the Mets will be up around 1,550,000 at the end of next week. Weather permitting, and the weather report for tomorrow is good. Here's a 3-0 pitch, popped up. Ball going foul, out of play. So Red Schoendienst, who would like to hit a 3-0 himself when he was playing, he seldom got a chance. Giving Ken Boyer a chance to go for the long ball here. And Boyer fouling the ball off. The count now at 3 balls and 1 strike. Dick Rhodes at first base, so Boyer represents the tying run. And at 3-1, the pitch is deep to left field. It is going, and it is gone. Game at 2-0. A long home run into left field, and the Cardinals have tied it up. And right now, we'll pause for station identification. This is the New York Mets Baseball Network. baseball for the best of music. For comprehensive, reliable news reporting, stay tuned to WGY Schenectady. Al Skyner, along with Bob Murphy and Lindsey Nelson from Shea Stadium. The first pitch after the home run is to Bill White at high and tight for ball one. White batting .278. He walked his first time up in a 3-2 pitch. That home run given up by McGraw, his fourth goal this year. There's a drive foul down the right field line. It was ripped into the corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Vicious cuts at the left-hand pitcher, Tug McGraw. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the next pitch, sidearm pitch that hangs up high for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Cardinals now did 88 home runs for the season. Home run for the Cardinals today. Bill White had one in the first ball game. 2-2 game with 2 outs at the top of the third. Next pitch off the handle, loose in the right field. Good drop in. Bill Christopher going hard for it. Did not make it. Ron Hunt going hard out. Tries to turn after the ball was taken by Christopher, and he falls down in a wet outfield. So Bill White gets a base hit off the handle in the right field. Fourth into the game off Tug McGraw, and that brings up second baseman, Phil Gagliano. Gagliano batting at .259 with 7 home runs and 14 runs batted in. Bill White incidentally leads the Cardinals in home runs with 19. He's at first base now. Draw to the plate. And the ball hits to the right field, high in the air. Christopher ambling over to his left. And he makes the catch and advertises the side. But the Cardinals tied up, scoring 2 runs on 3 hits. There were no errors, 1 man left. The score at the end is 2.5. The Cardinals 2, the Mets 2. It's the Mets half of the third as the Mets are once more tied up in the ball game. The score is 2-2. And the first man up for New York will be Roy McMillan. Roy batting officially for the first time in this game. He sacrificed his first time up to put Ron Hunt at second base, where he scored on a base hit by Ron Svoboda. Roy batting at .243 with 1 home run and 29 runs batted in. Roy will be followed by Chuck Hiller and then Johnny Lewis. And on the mound for the Cardinals, Ray Washburn. He has given up 2 runs, allowed 3 hits while striking out 1 and walking 1. Sacrifice hits with a total of 15 now. Getting 3 in the doubleheader. And he hits the first pitch foul. It'll go out of play. Strike 1. One strikeout. Grounded through the middle. It's going to go through for a base hit. Roy rounding at first base and stopping there as Kurt Flood tosses the ball in. So the Mets get their first man on here in the bottom half of the third, and the batter will now be Chuck Hiller. Chuck playing in place of Johnny Smith, who was hit by a pitch ball on the left elbow in the first game. Johnny has been taken to the hospital for precautionary x-ray. Pitch to Hiller is lying right at the second baseman, Gagliano. He throws the first pitch this time, and Bill White makes a fine play on it, and Roy McMillan is double out. Roy arguing along with Yogi Bear that John Kipper. That was a line shot right at Jack Leano. He caught it. McGraw, who had moved towards second, tried to get back, and it took a good play by Bill White and the hard throw by Joe Gagliano. So quickly, 2 men away, and the batter will be Johnny Lewis. And the first pitch to Johnny is a curveball that's inside. John has to spin around. It's ball one. Change up outside high, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Cardinals 2 runs and 4 hits. The Mets 2 runs and 4 hits. 2 men away in the bottom half of the third. Now Gagliano out to the mound again. Save Carver out to the mound again to talk with Ray Washburn. Give the sign. 2 balls, no strikes. Johnny Lewis the batter with Ron Swoboda on deck. And the pitch. Hit off the handle, looped in the left field. Right there is Lou Block. Moves to his right. Makes the catch and then retires aside. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. A double play and no one left. And the score at the end of 3. St. Louis Cardinals 2. The New York Mets 2. Just one of those days when you're not yourself. You'll feel more so when you listen to this. Oh, I've got myself a car, Molly dear, I've got myself a car.
This song gets sung over and over at Irish parties and picnics until the singers raise a ferocious thirst. Then they change their tune.
I'll fill up your glasses and drink what you will. I'll have you something every day.
This is a traditional Irish drinking song, and often the beer they drink is Rheingold Extra Dry. In fact, in New York City, where there are more Irish than in the whole of Dublin, more people drink Rheingold than any other beer. Why do Irish Americans like Rheingold? We don't know, but we must be doing something right.
Top of the 4th inning. The game at 2-2, and now for the play-by-play, Bob Murphy. Okay, Ralph, in the 4th inning, St. Louis will have Ken McCarver leading off against Tug McGraw. At San Francisco, Willie Mays has hit a 3-run homer off Sandy Koufax in the 3rd inning. For Willie, his 38th of the year, 491 in his career. The Giants now lead the Dodgers by at least 4-2. Batting in the last half of the 3rd inning. Giants need a win to gain a split in the 4-game series. Now McGraw winds to pitch to the left-hand batter, Ken McCarver, inside, ball 1. Willie now has hit 6 home runs in 6 days. He is sizzling how to get. Willie will be coming to Shea Stadium next Friday night for the weekend series. Now Tug McGraw winds the pitch thrown. He is popped the foul back towards the crowd. No play for Chris Canizero. Canizero backstopping both games of the doubleheader. Jim McCarver fouled out. The third baseman Chuck Hiller, his first time up. Joined us a little late. The Mets lost third baseman Charlie Smith early in the first game today when he was hit by a pitch. Foul ball, lost it back toward our broadcasting booth. No play. Charlie was hit with a fastball thrown by Tracy Salad just above the left elbow. Extremely painful and was swelling. Dr. Peter Lamont did not feel that there was any fracture, but precautionary x-rays are being taken. Strike 3 ball. left field. His first time up. Seven batting 209. Ball game is tied. 2-2. We're in the fourth inning. And the pitch is low one outside. 1 ball and no strike. Philadelphia on an 8th inning home run by Dick Stewart. It's Cincinnati at 6-5. Bunning won his 16th game. Six swing and a foul ball. Back up into the crowd, no play. Pittsburgh batting in the last of the 10th inning with a chance to win it. Braves and Pirates are tied 4-4 in the home 10th inning. Stops at 2-1. Boy, don't you think they're having a battle in San Francisco? Now the count is 2 balls for the strike. The pitch to Shannon inside to high ball 3. Now, according to the report we have received here in our broadcast booth, we cannot vouch for its authenticity, but assume it is accurate. Knockdown battle. Juan Marichal was thrown out of the ballgame. Here's the 3-1 delivery. It's too high, ball 4, and Shannon will go to first base. According to our report, Juan Marichal knocked down Maury Wills and Ron Fairley. When he came up, Sandy Koufax said something to Johnny Roseboro. Marichal then hit Roseboro on the side of the head. Marichal was thrown out. And Roseboro is being x-rayed. What's going on out there, Ralph? Well, you can expect something to get mighty hot out there. They had 2 extra inning ball games, which the Dodgers won, and that sort of eats everybody up. Now the pitch is fouled off on the bunt attempt. Ron Herbel is now pitching for the Giants. Marichal, who obviously really lost his temper, thrown out of the ball game by the umpire. Headline reading on your sports pages tomorrow. He's around the bunt. Fair ball. McGraw picks it up. The play will be at first. In time, as Hunt comes over to cover on the throw. Now there are 2 away. Mike Shannon moves over to second. Brings up Lou Brock. Lou Brock has reached on a walk and been retired on a pop fly to first. Now the pitch underway. This is the outside corner to left-hand hitter. 1 ball and no strike. Won the opening game 7-5 on a dramatic home run in the 8th inning by Jim Hickman. Jim came up as a 10th hitter with 2 men on, hit a home run over the right field wall to win it. It was the first home run that Hal Woodard has given up in 36 ball games wearing a Cardinal uniform. This ground to Brock is a high drive to left center field. Johnny Lewis over in the alley is there and he makes the catch. No hits, no errors, 1 left. At the end of 3.5, it's the St. Louis Cardinals 2 and the New York Mets 2. Last of the 4th inning, Ron Swoboda will be the leadoff batter against Ray Washburn. Ron singled home Ron Hunt in the first inning. 2-2. We're in the last half of the fourth inning. Pitch thrown by Washburn is outside and low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Big slow curve that breaks over the outside corner. He really throttled back on that one. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Eddie Craneboom is in the on-deck circle. Then Joe Christopher. Each team has 2 runs, 4 base hits. Foul ball, no play. From the playing field. One ball and 2 strikes on Ron Swoboda. Ron seems to be back in that good hitting groove. Washburn cranks up the 1-2 pitch, bouncing ball hit toward the middle, run down by Grote, the throw to first. Save at first is Ron Swoboda. Ron made a head first slide, and he hit that base pretty hard. The throw was off balance, and it was wide, and it rolled wide off the bag. As it turned out, Ron didn't need the head first slide, but he didn't know it. He really went hurtling into the bag, and he hit the thing hard with his head. The base hit for Ron Swoboda. Boy, he plays this game with a great deal of enthusiasm and vitality. Ron had 2 hits and 3 trips in the first game, and he drove in a run. He now is 2 for 2 in this ball game. Now Eddie Craneboom stepping in against Ray Washburn. Singled in a run, his first time up. Here's the pitch on the way. Bounce foul back toward the screen, no play. Nice young fellow leaning over the rail, trying to catch the ball for the souvenir, toppled right out of the field. Craneboom's RBI in the opening inning was his 46th of the year. Charlie Smith, the team leader, Charlie's thrown 53 of them. Low went inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Charlie maybe lost to the ball club for several days after being hit just above the left elbow with a pitch in the opening ball game. Works off the stretch. Pitch to Craneboom is reached for and fouled. Back to the crowd, no play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Giants lead the Dodgers 4-2 after 3 on a 3-run homer by Willie Mayer. Willie now has hit 14 home runs this month. So he now is tied again on the National League record for most home runs in 1 month, which has been held for a long time by our broadcasting colleague, Ralph Kiner. A couple of years ago, Frank Robinson made a run at it. A swing and a miss on a change-up curve, strike 3. Willie has hit 6 in the last 6 days, 14 this month. He now has 38 for the year. If he gets into one of those hot streaks, it's absolutely amazing. He hits everything. Joe Christopher, who lined out to the right fielder, Mike the second time. Let's score 2 in the first, but Ken Boyer tied the game with a 2-run homer in the third inning. Fastball in, strike one call. Against Ron Sloboda. Christian Aceros in the on-deck circle. Now the pitch. Ground ball bounced towards second base. Gagliano steps on second, throws to White for the double play. So the Cardinals have made 2 double plays the last 2 innings. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, none left. 4 innings complete. The St. Louis Cardinals, 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors. The New York Mets, 2 runs, 5 hits, and no errors. Dick Groot leading off as we go to the 5th inning. Watch the first pitch foul over into the crowd. They lost with 2, 3, and 4 in the batting order up against Tug McGraw in the 5th inning. Changeup hit long toward right center field. Way back goes Joe Christopher, and he makes the catch on the edge of the warning track. Christopher, after a long run, took that opposite field drive hit by Dick Groot. 1 out, nobody on. That brings up Kurt Flood. Kurt has been retired on an infield pop fly and has fouled out to Chuck Hiller playing third. Just inside, 1 ball and no strike. Doug McGraw starting Flood off with an off-speed pitch. Now the pitch on the way, a fastball to tie, 2 balls and no strike. Pitching to 0. Fastball over a strike on the outside corner, being questioned by Kurt Flood, and the count of 2-1. Flood, one of the top hit makers in baseball. Here's the 2-1 delivery. High foul fly down the right field line, back into the crowd. Long strike on Flood, and the count is even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fly ball toward the right field line. Christopher coming over by the line, makes the catch and stride in fair territory. So 2 up and 2 set aside. That brings up Ken Boyer. John Lafitte and his Pirates sailed into the Jones Beach Theater this summer in Guy Lombardo's Mardi Gras. It's a new musical spectacular with voodoo dancers, Dixieland jazz, the Mardi Gras ball, and all the excitement of New Orleans. Boyer hit a 2-run homer to tie the game his last time up. Foul hit into the middle of Chris Kennethell, 1 strike. Kenny Boyer now has hit 2 home runs this series and has 12 for the year. Pitch is under the knees on a breaking ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, we have a bulletin from San Francisco on the message board now, and I quote, "Juan Marichal hit John Roseboro on the head with a bat after a dodge of rhubarb following knockdown pitches to Wills and Fairley. Roseboro undergoing x-rays." You think the stomach race isn't getting hot? 2 balls and a strike. Outside the highest, ball 3, 3-1 on Ken Boyer. tossed in the dirt out in front of home plate. Ball 4, and Boyer goes to first. That is the fourth walk given up by Tug, and it brings up Bill White. Bill has reached on a walk and collected a blue fly ball single to right field. Left-hander against left-hander, and the pitch is under the knees. A fake to first, not in time. Quick snap throw by Chris Canizero, trying to get Ken Boyer. Underway. Ground ball past the mound, going up the middle for a base hit to center. Rounding second and stopping is Ken Boyer as Johnny Lewis plays the ball back in. Bill White had one hit, a home run in the opening ball game and 4 times the pass. And now it's 2 for 2 in the nightcap. Bill Gagliano has fouled out to Eddie Craneboom and flied to right, nothing for 2. For a call strike. Now the Redbird base runners take a lead. McGraw delivers. Under the knees on the breaking pitch. 1 ball and 1 strike. Fifth inning, and the game is tied 2-2. Now Hunt tries to sneak in on the runner at second. The off-speed pitch is blowing inside. 2 balls and a strike. Well, the Giants can certainly ill afford to lose Juan Marichal on a suspension. To see when all of the details are in concerning the rhubarb, what happens. Inside and high, it's 3 balls and a strike. Now Tug is a pitch away from loading the bases for Tim McCarver. He's behind on Gagliano, 3-1. Outside, and that loads them up. Now Tim McCarver is up. On McCarver and young Tug McGraw in quite a jam here. The bases are loaded. McCarver the batter with 2 men down. Now Tug into his windup. Here's the pitch to McCarver. A ground ball bounced on the right side. Greenpool grabs it. McGraw to cover. In time, the bag's out. Pitches out of the jam as he gets the cover to ground the ball to Eddie Craneboom. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 3 left. At the end of 4.5, the Cardinals 2 and the New York Mets 2. Do you drive a car? But here's some helpful information for you.
A mileage tip from Shell. Did you know your brakes could be costing you money by wasting gasoline? It's true. Shell mileage experts point out that if brakes are out of adjustment, they can drag. Plasmate into Super Shell. Plasmate's extra energy gives Super Shell a boost to help you get good mileage. So take this advice from Shell mileage experts. Make sure your brakes aren't dragging. And keep your tank filled with Super Shell. It's blended by experts to help you get good mileage.
Now, before Chris Canizell leads off the home fifth inning, we pause for station identification. This is the New York Mets Baseball Network. For baseball, for the best in music, for comprehensively... Bob Murphy with Leslie Nelson and Ralph Kiner from Shea Stadium. Last half of the fifth inning of the second game of today's doubleheader. Mets won the opener 7-5 on Jim Hickman's pinch home run with 2 out in the 8th inning. This one is tied 2-2. Ground ball tapped slowly towards second. Bill Gagliano comes up with it, throws to White. Canizell is out. We're getting more details on the tremendous rhubarb at San Francisco. Apparently, it all started off. Maury Wills and Ron Fairley were knocked down by Juan Marichal. Then, in retaliation, Willie Mays was brushed back. And according to the reports we have received, we'll have more accurate information later on. Johnny Roseboro attempted to hit Juan Marichal in the head with his return toss to Koufax on the mound. But Juan instead hit him with a bat. Roseboro jumped on Marichal and the fight was on. Both benches and bullpens empty. Jack Crawford grabbed Juan Marichal and ejected him from the game. And Roseboro is now undergoing x-rays. Tug McGraw bunts and misses on the count of strike 2. Ray Washburn with a 2-strike count on. We're getting more details on the tremendous rhubarb at San Francisco. Apparently, it all started off when Maury Wills and Ron Fairley were knocked down by Juan Marichal. Then, in retaliation, Willie Mays was brushed back. And according to the reports we have received, we'll have more accurate information later on. Johnny Roseboro attempted to hit Juan Marichal in the head with his return toss to Koufax on the mound. But Juan instead hit him with a bat. Roseboro jumped on Marichal and the fight was on. Both benches and bullpens empty. Jack Crawford grabbed Juan Marichal and ejected him from the game. And Roseboro is now undergoing x-rays. Tug McGraw bunts and misses on the count of strike 2. Washburn with a 2-strike count on Tug. Here's the pitch on the way, and the curve is outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tug was struck out his first time up. Each team has 2 runs, 5 hits. Now McGraw asks for time, and he steps out of the batter's box. Pitch is fouled back over the screen, no play. Washburn cranks up the pitch to McGraw, misses the outside corner, so the count is even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. That scored 2 runs in the opening inning on base hits by Ron Hunt, a walk to Johnny Lewis, and run-scoring hits by Ron Swoboda and Eddie Kranepool. Ken Boyer tied the game with a 2-run homer in the 3rd inning. Fastball in, strike 3 call. Third strikeout for Ray Washburn. 2 outs with nobody on. It brings up Ron Hunt. Ron's had 4 hits this afternoon. first inning and later came in to score on Ron Sloboda's hit. He bounced out of the second. The lights have been on since very early in the opening ball game due to the dark gray overcast. Breaking ball high, he turns away from it. 1 ball and no strikes. Next pitch on the way, a foul tip. 1 ball and 1 strike on Ron Hunt. Pirates won that extra inning ball game. They toppled the Braves 5-4. Second day in a row, Pittsburgh handles Milwaukee. Line drive over second. A base hit to center by Ron Hunt. And Ron now has 5 hits this run bill. Got a run in the last of the 11th inning to win it 5-4. Don Swall, who came on in the 8th inning, the winning pitcher, and Dan Ospensky, who came on in the 10th inning, the losing pitcher. Philadelphia on an 8th inning home run by Dick Stewart. It's the Cincinnati Reds 6-5 with Jim Bunning winning his 16th. Roger Craig was the loser in relief. Billy Hess went all the way on a 7-hitter as the Cubs beat the Astros 3-1. And the Dodgers-Giants battle is now in the last of the 5th inning with the Giants in front 4-2. Line drive in the air to right field. Shannon will have to play it on the hop, and the ball gets by him and is rolling back to the bullpen. Ron Hunt is waving around third. He's coming down the line, and he will score. The throw is to third, the slide, Graves. The right field line for a base hit. It was misplayed by Shannon and rolled back to the bullpen. Hunt comes all the way around from first to score, and McMillan winds up with a run-scoring triple. Another great doubleheader for that grand old warrior, Roy McMillan. He has had an outstanding year. Here's the pitch on the way to Hiller. A drive in the air to deep right, back towards Shannon. He's under it. He makes the catch to side to side. 1 run, 2 hits. No errors. 1 left on. Now 5 innings complete. New York 3 runs, 7 hits and no errors. St. Louis 2 runs, 5 hits and no errors. Here tomorrow night, and they'll have Don Drysdale on the mound. Larry Miller will be pitching for New York. Larry did a good job against the Dodgers his last time out against them. That's the opener of 4 straight night ball games against the Dodgers. Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and Thursday night. And then the Giants with a red-hot Willie Mays come in Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday afternoon. You just can't get any hotter than Willie is right now. He's hit 14 home runs the month of August. He's 2 away from the National League record held by our colleague Ralph Kiner. He now has hit 6 home runs in the last 6 days and has hiked his total for the year to 38. Record for home runs in a month is held by Rudy York, who hit 18. The National League record is 16. Bobby Klaus is coming on the field to replace Ron Hunt. Ron has really played hard today. The Wes Westrum feels that he doesn't want to take any chances on hurting himself because he's already hurting enough with aches and pains and trying to get in shape all over again. He's had 5 hits. He's made head first flies. He's done it all this afternoon. So now Bobby Klaus will rest Ron Hunt the remainder of the way. It's the 6th inning, and Mike Shannon is up against Tug McGraw. Outside and high, ball 1. In the first ball game and 2 for 3 in this one. A swing and a miss by Shannon, 1 ball and 1 strike. This is an outstanding doubleheader for Ron. Takes the assign, the 1-1 delivery, low and outside, 2 balls and a strike. Here's the 2-1 pitch. A high fly ball hit the center field. Back goes Johnny Lewis to the edge of the track. He's under it, and he puts it away for the out. The ball got up in the air. It didn't really carry. 1 out and nobody on, and Ray Washburn will be coming up. Now here is more information on the rhubarb at Candlestick Park. The Associated Press reports that Juan Marichal, after the knockdown pitches, led off the 3rd inning. And on the 2nd pitch, Johnny Roseborough's return throw to the mound narrowly missed Marichal's head. Well, that set off the fuse. High fly hit the deep right field. Back goes Christopher. He's under it at the edge of the track, and he has it 2 down. And after the throw narrowly missed his head, Juan Marichal hit Johnny Roseborough 2 or 3 times on the head with a baseball bat. Roseborough left the field bleeding over the left eye. Marichal left with a torn shirt. Our national pastime having a lively afternoon. Top of the batting order now for Lou Brock. Astronauts Cooper and Conrad are completing their 20th orbit. And a high official project director, Chris Kraft, has just held an enthusiastic news conference in Houston. He says officials are very happy about the progress of Gemini 5, that the power situation is in very good shape. Without making a formal commitment, he indicates it looks very good for perhaps the full 8-day voyage for our astronauts Cooper and Conrad. This thrown to Brock is a strike on the outside corner. Now McGraw out of his windup. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball over, strike 2. The Mets now have Tom Parsons and Gordon Richardson getting ready in the bullpen. This time Brock has to duck under. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pitching 1 and 2. Hit late, a foul ball off to the left behind the visiting dugout. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. delivery on Brock. A blooper hit towards short left field. It may drop in. Everybody going for it. Hiller grabs it. Chuck Hiller over the shoulder. Made the grab. Just across the line. It's dragged into foul territory. Good play by Chuck. No runs, no hits, no errors done left. At the end of 5.5 innings, the New York Mets 3 and the St. Louis Cardinals 2. And now a word from Cool Solar King.
When you're in for extra innings, and you're smoking quite a lot, and the cigarette you're smoking just doesn't hit the spot, it's time you change to Cool. Your cigarette's not tasting cool enough till you come up to Cool. With rich tobacco's cool spike filter, extra coolness to discover. Extra coolness in your smoke. Let Cools come through for you. Discover the extra coolness, the refreshing taste of Cool. You'll be smoking Cools all the time once you come up to Cool. Come all the way up to Cool and taste the most refreshing coolness you can get in any cigarette. Smoke Cool, Filter King.
Last half of the 6th inning, Johnny Lewis leading off for New York. Johnny has reached on a walk and flied to left, nothing for one. Ray Washburn winds. Here's his pitch to Lewis. Inside, taken, 1 ball and no strike. Ron Swoboda is the on-deck hitter. Now the fastball is outside and high, 2-0. Johnny has a good eye at the plate. He leads the ball club by a wide margin in walks and a fairly wide margin in runs scored. Pitching 2-0. Under the knees, ball 3, 3-0. Ron Hunt, after collecting 5 hits in this doubleheader and playing well in the field, making head-first lines on the bases, being rested the remainder of the way by Wes Westrum. Now the 3-0 pitch, taken high, ball 4. Johnny's on again with a walk. For 3 and knocked in a run in the first game, and he's 2 for 2 in this one. Eddie Craneville is out on deck. Now Bill White will hold against Johnny Lewis at first, nobody out. Outside, ball 1. Johnny took quite a lead off first base. McCarver took a look, elected not to try and throw. On the way. Hit hard, a base hit through the hole to left field. Johnny Lewis turns second. He'll stop there. Lou Brock plays the ball back in to Dick Gross. And Ron Swoboda is now 3 for 3 in this one. And now he has 5 hits for doubleheader. Ron making a real good comeback at the plate. Eddie Craneville coming up. Eddie singled in a run in the first inning, but struck out his second time up. And Eddie had 2 for 4 in the first ball game. So the hitting has really perked up in this Sun Belt today. That's won a thriller in the opening game. Trailing 5-4 in the bottom of the 8th inning, Jim Hickman has a Defense hitter belted a 3-run homer on Al Woodishick. The Mets came from behind with a 5-run 8th inning to win 7-5. Here's the pitch on the way. Fastball, a strike on the inside corner. Checks the runner. Rainsville squares around, doesn't offer, and the curve is in for a called strike. And so now Washburn has a 2-strike count on Eddie Rainsville. He was going to try and butt him over, but thought the pitch was out of the strike zone, and the curve ball broke over. Don Dennis is warming up in the Cardinal bullpen. Here's the 2-strike pitch. A swing and a foul tip. He just got a piece of it to stay alive. Washburn in front of the count, 2 strikes. Threw Cranesville a big curve that was in on him. Bob Moorhead warming up in the New York Mets bullpen. Johnny Lewis, the lead runner on second. Here's the pitch, a slow bounder back to the mound. The play goes to third, 1. Boyer across to first base, not in time. Johnny Lewis, the lead runner, is taken off the line. Washburn fielding the grounder and throwing to Boyer. Runners on first and second, 1 out. Joe Christopher coming up. 3 and the Cardinals 2. We're in the last half of the 6th inning. Joe Christopher has lined hard to the right fielder Mike Shannon and lined out into a double play. Here's the pitch on the way. Inside time, ball 1. And no errors. The Cardinals 2 runs, 5 hits and no errors. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the lead runner on second. Eddie Cranesville is on first. Cardinals have the infield playing toward the middle, looking for a double play. Breaking ball has failed to act up for Washburn. The count of 2 balls and a strike. Blue ball broke too late for Washburn, and he had Christopher scrambling to get out of the way. Fires off the outside corner with a fastball, 3-1. Chris Canizaro is the on-deck hitter. X-rays taken of Charlie Smith. He was hit just above the left elbow in the opening ball game. They are negative. High fly hit deep to right center. Way back goes Mike Shannon by the wall. It's off the wall for a base hit. Rounding third, heading home is Ron Swoboda. Rainsville will stop at third. Feet. ball on the fly by Joe Christopher. With one man out, the runners had to hold up to see whether it could be caught or not. As a result, Swoboda is the only man to score. He comes in from second. Greenpool went from first to third on the double by Christopher. And Red Schoendienst is headed toward the mound. He's had Don Dennis warming up. A long hit by Joe Christopher, scoring Ron Swoboda. The Mets now lead the Cardinals 4-2. We're in the last half of the sixth inning, and we are going to get a pitching change. Don Dennis is coming in the ball game to replace Ray Washburn. Right here we pause for station identification. This is the New York Mets Baseball Network.
For baseball, for the best in music, for comprehensive, reliable news reporting, stay tuned to WGY Schenectady.
Bob Murphy with Lindsey Nelson and Ralph Kiner from Shea Stadium. The Mets, after winning the opening game 7-5, have now taken a 4-2 lead in the last of the sixth inning. The Cardinals are making a pitching change, and while they do, let's check with Lindsey for the other ball game.
All right, Bob. The Philadelphia Phillies defeated the Cincinnati Reds this afternoon by a score of 6-5. Jim Bunning got the win, his 16th win of the season. Wagner finished up in the ninth inning. Cesura started for Cincinnati. Ted Davidson, the first. Roger Craig was the loser. Gordon Coleman had a first inning homer for Cincinnati, and Dick Stewart had an eighth inning homer for the Phillies. The eighth inning homer breaking a 5-5 tie. The Pittsburgh Pirates defeated the Milwaukee Braves for the second consecutive day. They did it today 5-4 in 11 innings. Don Craw got the win in relief. Dan Osinski took the loss in relief. The Chicago Cubs beat Houston 3-1. Billy helped the winner. Dick Farrell the loser. Ron Santo and Billy Williams had Chicago homers. Going to the bottom half of the seventh inning now. It's the Giants 4 and the Dodgers 2. Sandy Koufax for the Dodgers. Juan Marichal started for the Giants, was ejected from the ball game, and Ron Herbel came on in the fourth inning. Gav Peterson had a second inning home run for the Giants. Willie Mays had a third inning home run with 2 men on. The 38th of the season for Willie Mays. He leads the Major League. In the American League, the Yankees and the Baltimore Orioles scheduled for a doubleheader, postponed because of rain. The first game of a doubleheader at Kansas City at the end of sixth innings. It's the Chicago White Sox 4 and the Kansas City A's 2. Harlan started for Chicago, Locker in the sixth, Pitcher in the sixth. Talbot started for Kansas City, Aker in the sixth, and Dixon in the fifth. Brooks Robinson, Floyd Robinson and Danny Cater have had home runs. The Cleveland Indians defeated Washington 8-5. Gary Bell the winner, Ronnie Pine the loser. Detroit and Boston played only 5 innings at Fenway Park before the game was called because of rain, but it was an official ball game with Detroit winning 2-1. Joe Sparmer the winner and Dennis Best the loser. Don Dimmoner had a second inning homer. And going to the bottom half of the sixth inning, the Los Angeles Angels are leading the league-leading Minnesota Twins 2-1. Jim Cott from Minnesota. Dean Chad for the Angels. Pearsall homered in the fifth with 1 on. Now back to action here. The Mets won the first game of today's doubleheader by a score of 7-5. The Mets are leading 4-2, and once again here's Bob Murphy.
All right, Lindsey, first base is open as Don Dennis takes over, and so Chris Candizero will receive the intentional walk. That will bring up Tug McGraw with the bases loaded. Dennis relieved in the first game this afternoon and in the eighth inning. With the Mets trailing 5-2 and Dennis on the mound. The Mets got 4 straight hits off Dennis. They had 2 runs in to make it 5-4. He left the game. Winterstick came in. And Jim Hickman, as a pinch hitter, then belted a 3-run homer to win the ball game for New York 7-5. Don Dennis is 23 years old. He's out of Uniontown, Kansas. He started this year in the minor leagues at Jacksonville, working as a relief specialist. He has been in 29 ball games in relief and chalked up 12 saves. He had an earned run average of only 1.4, so the Cardinals brought him up. And he has pitched well in relief. Now Tug McGraw is the batter with the bases loaded. And Bill White is really pulling in close at first to guard against the squeeze. Tug is 0 for 2. Has been up twice and struck out twice. A pitch out, nothing was on. Tug bluffed, and Billy were going to square around, and that prompted a pitch out. So it's 1 ball and no strike. Andy Cranepool is the lead runner at third. Joe Christopher on second, and Chris Canizero on first. Here's the fifth man, Dennis. Foul ball back over the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike. Outside, 2 balls and a strike. Cardinal infield clamped tight on the edge of the grass, trying to hit him off. A ground ball bounced to Dick Grote. Grote races over, steps on second, throws to first. A double play. Here comes an argument. Yogi Berra is really giving it to John Kibler. Wes Westrum's on his way out. That cost the Mets a run. Grote was undecided at first how he wanted to play it. He elected to run to second. Made the force play there, and he threw on to first. On a very, very close play, McGraw was called out for the double play, and a red-hot Yogi Berra and an equally mad Wes Westrum are storming all over umpire John Kibler. Cardinals getting their third double play of this ball game, and that was a big one. It saved a run for New York. And Wes Westrum has now been thrown out of the ball game. Wes arguing vehemently. Yogi Berra, the minute that call went against him, that really charged the Kibler. Westrum came racing out, and Wes was then thrown out of the ball game. In the 6th inning for New York, 1 run. There were 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on. At the end of 6, the Mets 4 and the Cardinals 2. And Lindsey Nelson will be with you in just a moment to follow the action. Next, you're going to hear a lullaby, but remember to stay awake for what comes next.
Generations of Jewish children have been put to bed with this lullaby, and often they stayed awake, quiet as mice, listening to the party. This song brings back friendly laughter and the clink of bottle against glass. And today, as yesterday, what's in the bottle is often Rheingold Extra Dry. In fact, in New York City, which has the largest Jewish community in the world, more people drink Rheingold than any other beer. How come? We don't know. But we must be doing something right. L'chaim.
Top half of the 7th inning, but the fans here at Shea Stadium are still expressing their displeasure with the call made at first base by John Kibler. They are standing all over the ballpark, waving white handkerchiefs and continuing to boo as Tug McGraw came out of the dugout to the mound. Third base umpire Ken Burkhardt walked all the way over the first base line, and by his gestures was saying to him, "Settle down, take it easy, because these fans are all up." Waving handkerchiefs, Wes Westrum was ejected from the ballgame by Kibler for protesting the call. It was an extremely close play, as Dick Grote had a moment of indecision as to how he would play that ground ball. The infield was in, and he didn't know whether he was going to play it to home or to go to the bag at second. He finally decided to go to second himself, touch the bag and throw on. And the minute the call was made, Yogi Berra was out, arguing the call, followed closely by Westrum, because of course it cost the Mets a run, with Cranepool having crossed the plate. Now Grote is up to lead off for the Cardinals here in the top half of the 8th. The Mets lead by a score of 4-2. The demonstration continues, and here is the pitch. It's in there for a called strike. All over the ballpark, thousands of fans are standing and waving white handkerchiefs, and a few in the upper deck are waving white banners. And this continues all around. And here is the strike one pitch. It is bunted foul, off and out of play, and it's strike two. This does not appear to be done with any particular malice. It is being done by the fans to express their displeasure and their disagreement. Earlier this year, there was a similar demonstration after Johnny Lewis was called out at the plate by umpire Chris Pellicudis. Pellicudis went over and threatened to forfeit the ball game. Here is the two-strike delivery, and a tie for a ball. It's 1-2. Tug McGraw has been in from the start of this ball game. Delivers the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and line foul into the seats and out of play down right field way, and the count holds at 1-2. Number 4 for Tug McGraw, and that brings up Kurt Slack. He has been up 3 times without a hit. The latest news on the Gemini 5 flight from the newsroom. The astronaut went into that 21st orbit at 5:52. Pitch is high and away for a ball. Set to work, and the pitch is in there for a called strike. 1-1. On the Gemini 5 space flight, space officials are increasingly optimistic about the faulty power system. It seems to be licking its own problem. All indications now are that the spacecraft will continue for the full 8 days. The latest news on the Gemini 5 space flight. Now the 1-1 pitch, and it's swung on it. It's for strike 2. It's 1-2. Fans still are standing all around the ballpark, waving white handkerchiefs, and continues to move as a contingent of their expression of the attention of the call by John Kibler at first base. We repeat, it is not that it's being done with any particular malice at all. Here is the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and popped up. At second base, Bobby Klaus on the rim of the outfield bat makes the call, and he makes the catch. So there are 2 men out, and that will bring up Jim Moyer. Moyer had a 2-run homer at the top of the third to tie the ball game at that point. At Candlestick Park in San Francisco, where there has been an expression of malice this afternoon, going to the bottom half of the 8th inning, the Giants are leading the Dodgers by a score of 4-2. Right here, the Mets are leading the Cardinals by a score of 4-2. The Mets won the first game 7-5. There's a fastball outside, and it has Moyer touching on the way for ball 1. There is no rain, nor is there any immediate threat of rain at this moment, nor have we had any rain delays throughout the afternoon. Although we have had some rain from time to time, not very much. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swung on and popped up foul. It is near the dugout of the Cardinals, and coming over is Canizero, and he can't get good. Hits on top of the Cardinal dugout. Bill McCarver, who is himself a catcher by trade, moves up to catch Canizero on the step and acts I would say, of professional courtesy. It goes as a foul ball, and it's 1-1. And it's still up all around with the white handkerchief. Pouring and waving them. That's not meant literally. Not in the slightest. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and hit down the right field line, going over foul into the streets and out of play. Surely enough is meant as it is meant in Ernest Sayer's Casey at the bat. When the cry would kill the umpire. Same sort of thing. One ball and two strikes. There are 2 men out. And the top half of the 7th inning. A double pump this time. And the pitch misses way outside. It's 2-2. The continuing noise of the crowd is punctuated from time to time by planes taking off from LaGuardia. It simply adds a little fuel to the den. 2-2 delivery to Ken Boyer. Swung it on the ground foul back up there. It's glove by Chuck Dillon. Charlie Smith in the first game in the 3rd inning, Richard, above the left elbow by a pitch ball thrown by Tracy Sallard. In considerable pain, Charlie Smith left the game, but took to the hospital for x-rays, and the report is that the x-rays are negative. McGraw, Richard Indiana has the side, starts the motion, 2-2 pitch, and it's low for a ball, and a full count of 3-2 to Boyer. It is now mostly the younger fans who are continuing to wave the hats, just as set up the den here. They have more energy. Back out of play. St. Louis Cardinal announcers in the booth next to ours here at Shea Stadium said this was the nearest thing they had seen to the crowd at the Bull Ring in Barcelona. Here's a pitch, swung on and topped some foul. Coming back, it'll be in the seats out of play. Canizaro shakes it back. Full at 3-2 on Boyer with 2 men out, nobody on base. The Mets have had 4 runs on 9 hits in this game, and the Cardinals 2 runs on 5 hits. Boyer swings the bat as he waits. And here is the payoff pitch. Swung on it on the ground. It's a slow roller. Shortstop, McMillan has it, throws over, and he's back. He got it. Goes play at first base. And Boyer is out. McMillan the same move. No run, so it's Doyle is not left. Towards the end, about 6.5 innings, is the Mets 4 and the Cardinals 2. Now you're going to give music to eat and Trinity, that's fine. If you want to drink a little beer with it, that's all right with me. Up to lead off. He's coming up for his first time. He came on in relief for Ron Hunt. Hunt had a fine day here, getting 5 hits, 3 in the first game, 2 in the second. And Ron Hunt, for a second out after the Mets went ahead in this ball game. Time finished for the pitch, and it's flying. And on the ground to third. Ken Boyer comes up with it. Across to Bill White, and Clausen grounded out. First. That brings up Roy McMillan. first game. And come from behind fashion in the bottom half of the 8th inning. The Mets got 5 runs, and the big hit was a pinch homer, a 3-run homer by Jim Hickman over the right field fence. Dennis delivers to Mack in the side side. In that first game, there were a few strategy wheels turning. The Mets sent up left-hand manager Johnny Stevenson announced him, and when they did, manager Ray Schoendienst brought in the left-hand pitcher, Hal Woodishick. So manager Wes Westrum then sent up Hickman to bat for Stevenson, and he hit a 3-run homer. Pitches in for a call strike. Fastball is 1-1. That says that it's a percentage game, and that was one time that the percentages worked out in manager Westrum's favor. And the Mets won that game 7-5. 1-1 pitch, and it's low. 2-1. The lights are on, they've been on. Since early in the first game here at Shea Stadium. Now the fans have turned to a cheer of Let's Go Mets, spending their energies in other directions than waving the white handkerchief in protest that Gibbers called it first. This is inside off the back part of the glove of Jim McCarver. 3-1 to McMillan. On base. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Foul off. Count holds at 3-2. With the pitch, swung on and foul back, out of play. Count continues 3-2. Tomorrow night, the Dodgers will be here, starting a big week of baseball at Shea Stadium. Payoff pitch, swung on and popped up. McCarver gets rid of the mask. He did foul territory, and he makes the catch. McMillan has fouled out to the catcher. There are 2 men out. That will bring up short field. Tomorrow night, the Dodgers will be here, starting a big week of baseball at Shea Stadium. Payoff pitch. Swung on and popped up. McCarver gets rid of the mask. He did foul territory, and he makes the catch. McMillan has fouled out to the catcher. There are 2 men out. I will bring up Chuck Miller, who's playing third base in this game. Wide to right, line to second into a double play, and wide to right. Now steps out of the batter's box, and McCarver is having a little equipment trouble for the moment. A little trouble with his mask, and he's getting it straightened out. Now Hiller's in and waiting. John Dennis on the mound, working in relief of starter Ray Washburn. Here's a swing and a fly ball down the left field line, drifting on over towards the street, then slicing foul out of play. Was the losing pitcher in the first game here this afternoon. down to short. Rhodes up with it. He plays across the first in time. So the side is retired in order. In the seventh inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, none left. So the score at the end of 7 full innings is the Mets 4 and the Cardinals 2. Now let's check out the baseball action elsewhere. At Candlestick Park in San Francisco, the Dodgers are coming to bat in the top half of the 9th inning, with the Giants leading them 4-2. Andy Koufax pitching all the way for the Dodgers. Juan Marichal started for the Giants, and after the melee in the 3rd inning, he was ejected and Ron Herbold came on. Marichal had hit Roseboro in the head with a bat and started a general melee. And then Willie Mays hit a 3-run homer that put the Giants ahead, and they have maintained that 4-2 lead. Philadelphia Phillies defeated the Cincinnati Reds 6-5. Jim Bunning the winner and Roger Craig the loser. Pittsburgh Pirates defeated Milwaukee 5-4. Don Small the winner and Dan Osinski the loser. Chicago Cubs defeated Houston 3-1. Billy Huff the winner, Dick Farrell the loser. And right here, the Mets defeated the Cardinals 7-5 in the first game, with Gordon Richardson the winner and Don Dennis the loser. The American League, the Yankees were scheduled for a doubleheader in Baltimore, postponed rain. First game of a doubleheader in Kansas City, going to the bottom of the 8th. White Sox 5 and Kansas City 2. Cleveland beat Washington 8-5. Detroit beat Boston 2-1 in a game called at the end of 5 because of rain. And at the end of 7 innings, it's the Los Angeles Angels 4 and the Minnesota Twins 1. Right here, Bill White is up. Top half of the 8th inning, and here's the pitch. Swung on and lined into right center field. Christopher is racing over to cut it off. Comes up with it, plays it back into hole. Bill White to a leadoff single. That brings up Phil Gagliano, the second baseman of the Cardinals. Tug McGraw started. He's been in all the way for the Mets this afternoon. Gagliano has fouled the first line to right and walked so far in this game. Rainbow rolls against the runner at first as McGraw is up and set. Pitch to the right-hand batter, and he bluffed the bunt, took the pitch low for ball 1. Now in the Met bullpen as we have reached the 8th inning. The Mets trying to protect the 2-run lead. McGraw with the pitch. And it's in there for a called strike to Gagliano, 1-1. As we reported earlier, the x-rays on Charlie Smith's left arm were negative, but Dr. Peter Lamont, the Mets team physician, reports that Charlie will be out for several days with a swollen left arm. That is a blow to the Mets' chances in the big games coming up. 1-1 pitch, and it's low for ball. Gordon Richardson and Dave Eilers are throwing in the Met bullpen. Eilers finished up, pitched the last inning of the first game. With the Dodgers batting in the top of the 9th at Candlestick Park, Ron Herbold has been relieved by Masanori Murakami. Nobody out for the Cardinals here in the top of the 8th. 2-1 pitch, swung off, and fouled off. It's 2-2. His first season in the Major Leagues, and this is the longest that he has ever pitched in a Major League Baseball game. Bill White leads at first. McGraw's 2-2 pitch, swung on and hit in the air to center field. Johnny Lewis overhead calling for it now, pounds the glove, and makes the catch. Gagliano flies to center. White returns to the bag at first. With one man out, catcher Tim McCarver will be the batter. The cigarettes with extra coolness you can taste. That's Cool Filter King. And this is a good time to discover that refreshing taste for yourself. The Mets are leading the Cards here by a score of 4-2. McCarver has fouled out to third base, was called out on strikes and grounded out first base to the pitcher covering. Left-hand pitcher working to a left-hand batter. Swinging a ground ball to second. Cloud gets it. Plays over to Max for one. To throw to first and a double play. A double play that goes 4-6-3 and decided beside. And McGraw went over to cover, slipped down, and started back to the mound. But the side is retired. And McGraw was all ready to go back and work a little more. Doesn't have to in this inning. No runs, one hit, no errors, none left. Score at the end of 7.5 innings is the Mets 4, the Cardinals 2. Now a word from Cool Filter King.
Today, most menthol cigarettes are pretty much alike. You're in your Met station in the great Northeast.
This is Lindsey Nelson with Bob Murphy and Ralph Kiner here at Shea Stadium in New York. In the bottom of the eighth, it's Johnny Lewis up to lead off for the Mets. Facing right-hander Don Dennis, working in relief of Washburn, who is the pitcher of record. Tracy Salas started the first game for the Cards this afternoon, did not figure in the final outcome at all, as Dennis was the losing pitcher. The winning home run was hit off left-hander Al Woodishick. Here's the pitch low for a ball, but Dennis had left a few runners on for which he was responsible, and thus statistically, he was charged with the loss. Here is a 1-0 pitch. And it's in there for a called strike, 1-1. Ron Swoboda waiting on deck. 1-1 delivered to Lewis, and it's blowing away. Dennis goes behind, 2 balls and 1 strike. Outside for a ball. But Dennis goes behind, 3-1 to Johnny Lewis. Now here is a 3-1 pitch. And it's in for a call, strike 2. Lewis had started down towards first, took about 1 step. It's 3-2 now. Swung on and missed, and Dennis strikes out Johnny Lewis. 1 away here in the bottom of the 8th. Apparently, we will have no further reports on the condition of Dodger catcher John Roseborough, who was hit 2 or 3 times by Juan Marichal of the Giants with a bat and left the field bleeding over the eye because the door has been locked in San Francisco in the Dodger clubhouse, and newsmen are being barred for the moment. So we will have no further report until an announcement is made by the Dodgers. Up to now, we've been in touch with the Dodger broadcasting booth and the Giant broadcasting booth and the press box at Candlestick. Here's the pitch in for a called strike to Ron Swoboda. The pitch swung on and popped up. It is in fair territory to McCarver at the moment he comes across the line and makes the catch in foul territory. So Swoboda has fouled onto the catch, 2 away, and that'll bring up Ed Greenfield. Well, at Candlestick Park, the dressing quarters are fairly cozily located in that they are just across the hall from each other, and one runway leads to both locker rooms. That ball game will be drawing to a close at any moment now, and if there is any indication that they'd like to have at it again, they'll be close enough to start. is the pitch, and it's swung on and on the ground. One big hop to Gagliano at second. He plays over to White, and the Mets are out in order here in the bottom half of the eighth inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left, and the score at the end of 8 full innings is the Mets 4 and the Cardinals 2. Well, both the Dodgers and the Giants will be here at Shea Stadium in the upcoming week. And you'll have an opportunity to view them up close. Tickets are now on sale for any future games to be played by the Mets here at Shea Stadium this season. The advanced ticket window here is located at Entrance D, and it's open 7 days a week. There is a Mets ticket office at Pennsylvania Station. It's in the Long Island Railroad waiting room. It's open 6 days a week. There is a Mets ticket office at the Grand Central Terminal at the foot of the 42nd Street and Vanderbilt Avenue ramp, open 6 days a week. For Long Islanders, there is a Mets ticket office at Macy's in Huntington, Long Island. It is open during regular store hours. It's located in the Walt Whitman Shopping Center. Reservations can be made for box and reserve seats at any of the Howard Clothes stores, Child's Restaurants, or Calico Kitchen in the greater New York area. We'll be going here to the top half of the 9th inning. The Cardinals are scheduled to send up Mike Shannon, the pitcher, and Lou Brock. Tug McGraw started. He has been in all the way. Needless to say, McGraw has never pitched a complete game in the Major Leagues, nor has he ever won a Major League Baseball game. In the Mets bullpen, Dave Eilers, the right-hander, Gordon Richardson, a left-hander. In the Cardinal bullpen, left-hander Hal Woodstick. Shannon has come out to lead off. And Ted Savage has come out on deck to bat for Dennis, who is due up second in this inning. Mike Shannon is 1 for 2 and a walk. He's a right-hand batter. Facing left-hand pitcher Tug McGraw, with the Mets leading 4-2 going to the 9th. Here's a 1-0 pitch and it's outside for a ball. Tomorrow night, Don Drysdale will open up the series for the Dodgers against the Mets. Larry Miller will be going for the Mets. Manager Wes Westrum likes to use left-handers when at all possible against the Dodgers, because they go to speed, and he figures a left-hander can hold the runners better, and also they at times have 4 switch hitters in the lineup, and it turns them around, makes them bat from the right-hand side, moves them a couple of steps away from first base. Here's a pitch high and away. 2-0 the count to Mike Shannon. Mets have 4 runs on 9 hits, and the Cardinals have 2 runs on 6 hits. McGraw's 2-0 delivery is in there for a called strike. It's 2-1. As you know, this has been a leaky day from early morning in New York, but we've had no rain delays at all. The game started on time, and we have a paid crowd of 22,522 here this Sunday afternoon. 2-1 pitch, and it's in there. Fastball, called strike 2, 2-2. Steps back to get a handful of dirt. Pulls up his sleeves and steps back in. Tug McGraw's 2-2 delivery. In there for a call, strike 3. 2-5 for a strikeout. Number 5, McGraw. He caught Shannon looking, and now it is Ted Savage to bat for Don Dennis. Savage has done up 60 times. He's had 8 hits, 2 doubles, 1 home run, 4 runs batted in. He's batting 133. To the right-hand batter, inside for ball 1. Dodger-Giant game that has just been posted. The Dodgers got 1 run in the top half of the 9th inning, so the Giants have won the ball game by a score of 4-3. For the Giants, 4 runs on only 4 hits and 1 error. For the Dodgers, 3 runs on 8 hits and 2 errors. The winning pitcher is Ron Herbel. The loser, Sandy Koufax. Here's a pitch to Savage in for a called strike. It's 2-1. Cap Peterson had a home run in that game for the Giants in the 2nd inning. And Willie Mays had the big home run, the 3-run homer, in the 3rd after the melee in which Marichal was banished and there was general skirmishing upon the playing field. Now here's the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and foul back out of play. And it's a 2-2 count. Mays' home run in that ball game at Candlestick Park came after the melee, which apparently unsteadied Sandy Koufax a little in that he walked 2 men. And then Mays hit his 3-run homer. Dodgers rallied for 1 run that got Herbel out of the game in the 9th as Miritami came on to finish up. And the final score is the Giants 4, the Dodgers 3. Here's a swing and a drive in the left field for a base hit for Sandy. Picks up by Swoboda and plays back. Gives the Cardinals a base runner here with 1 man out in the 9th and brings up Lou Brock. Brock is nothing for 3 and a walk in this game. He's a left-hand batter. That's 4. Cardinals 2. So with the base runner, Brock represents potential tying run at the plate. Behind the runner at first. The pitch is swung on and hit to short. Taken by McMillan on the fly. Throws to first. It's a double play. McMillan took that one off his shoe tops. And here, congratulations all around for Tug McGraw, who gets his first Major League victory. The first time he's ever gone all the way in a Major League game at the age of 20. He has defeated the Cardinals by a score of 4-2. That line drive was taken by McMillan off his shoe tops. And then he fired it over to double. Ted Savage at first base and in the ball game. In the top of the 9th for the Cardinals, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and none left. We'll be back in a moment with a final summary and totals. The Mets have swept the doubleheader. Right now, the final score of the 2nd game. The Mets 4, the Cardinals 2. Yetzi boat isn't something you row or sail. You sing it like this.
Until the singers raise a fearful thirst. Then they change their tune. Piwo is the traditional Polish call for beer, and often it's Wrangel Extra Dry they call for. In fact, in New York City, where there are more Poles than in all of Świdnica, more people drink Wrangel than any other beer. Why do Polish Americans like Wrangel? We don't know. But we must be doing something right.
Well, here at Shea Stadium, the New York Mets, on a rainy Sunday, have swept a doubleheader from the defending world champion St. Louis Cardinals by scores of 7-5 and 4-2. In the first game, Tracy Savage started for the Cardinals, did not figure in the final outcome. The New York Mets won it by getting 5 runs in the 8th inning, and the big hit was a 3-run homer over the right field fence by pinch hitter Jim Hickman. And the Mets won that with 7-5, with Gordon Richardson getting credit for the win, his first win of the New York Mets, and Don Dennis was charged with the loss. Charlie Smith was hit on the arm in the 3rd inning by Salad, a pitch ball, and he was taken out of the ball game later with x-rays. The x-rays were negative, but Dr. Peter Lamont says that Charlie Smith will be lost for several days, and it will be a costly loss because Charlie Smith was leading the Mets in a number of departments, including runs batted in, and has been playing a fine third base. In the second game, the New York Mets started out against Ray Washburn by picking up 2 runs in the bottom half of the first inning. However, Ken Moyer evened the count with a 2-run homer in the top of the third. And with the Mets having Tug McGraw on the mound, he held the Cardinals scoreless for the remainder of the ballgame. The Mets, in turn, picked up 1 run in the fifth when Ron Hunt got his 5th hit of the day, and Roy McMillan tripled him home. That put the Mets ahead. Would have been enough to win, but in the 6th inning they had another when Swoboda got his 5th hit of the day, the 3rd in this ballgame, and Joe Christopher doubled him home. That was all the scoring in the ballgame. It's the first time the Mets ever have defeated Ray Washburn. He had a lifetime record of 6 wins and no losses against him. And it is the first win ever for 20-year-old Tug McGraw, and the first time he had ever gone all the way in a major league game. Final totals in the second game for the Mets: 4 runs on 9 hits and no errors. For the Cardinals, 2 runs on 6 hits and no errors. The winner's Tug McGraw. He's won 1 and lost 2. The loser, Ray Washburn, he has won 8 and lost 10. So the Mets have won the Sunday doubleheader from the St. Louis Cardinals. Victories number 38 and 39 in this season for the New York Mets. Today's doubleheader was brought to you by Rheingold, New York City's largest selling beer. And what a remarkable thing that is. In New York, a city of so many different people with different tastes, one beer has become the favorite: Rheingold Extra Dry. We don't know why so many people like our beer, but we must be doing something right, and we'll keep right on doing it. Today's games were also brought to you by Cool. Come up to Cool for the most refreshing coolness you can get in any cigarette. Smoke Cool Filter King.
In old baseball land, there are no fans so grand as our Mets. When we play other teams, oh, what blood-curdling screams, that's our Mets. But when Mets fans shout, go, what they mean we all know. We've got no place to go.
Be with us tomorrow night at 7:55 p.m. as the Mets meet the Los Angeles Dodgers. Our engineer today was Sandy Alper. Our statistician was Matt Winnick. Our producer, Joe Gallagher, and our executive producer, Joe Mixon. Final scores again: the Mets win the doubleheader by scores of 7-5 and 4-2. So until tomorrow night, speaking for Bob Murphy and Ralph Kiner, this is Lindsey Nelson saying so long. This is the New York Mets Baseball Network.